watching Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, we watching Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah.
You don't scare him?
No, They like that kind of stuff. Child play, Chucky, what's his name? Chucky. That's his favorite show.
Well, let's get it on.
Yeah, here's a rubber band.
Take me 2 dopes.
Thank you.
Pump me ups. Keys. All right, let's roll. Sorry to keep you waiting. I guess we had to wait till everybody get here. Delilah should have told the crew. She said when they say 2, this is extended secret time. Everybody, you say 2, they'll get there at 3. But here in Philly, 5. You say 2, they get there at 5. So, take your time next time. Yeah.
I thought it was 2, but I called.
Yeah, so,
Chaos killing people's time.
So I said double time, so
But this is interesting. You got it on?
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was talking to this guy and he was saying, well, hell, it's not just colored people time. They say that even white people, the ones up north, like in Russia, Germany, and that their own time. But if you go closer to the sun, like Rome, Greece, and that these white people are just as slow. Even in France, it slows down a little bit more than it does up north. So it got something to do with the cold.
Yeah.
You see, so being on, so the colored people's time is literally the accurate way it is supposed to be, also too. So that's interesting. They said that the Italians are real slow, just like us. You see, but then again, they got some of that in it too. So that, so that still ain't saying that But that's very interesting. This is open. First of all, what we want to do is we want to rededicate this. Well, we dedicated that to Scott Joplin yesterday, but we also want to dedicate this lecture to Sister Delilah, and also understand that this is the special birthday edition lecture also, because it was her birthday yesterday too. This same lecture is all about part of that series. You see what I'm saying? Chaos Code and the Dracula Particle. If we just have to name it, it's a lot more than just that. But anyway, if we have to name it, that's what we have. So we do have, like I said, so that makes it real special to do this on the birthday. This is basically one of the few house lectures I do in the country. Also, we want to welcome Brother Booty Adams from Baltimore and his crew. I spoke with him the last time I was in Baltimore. I spoke with him, about a year ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he came up, so we got a Baltimore crew, so that makes it even much more special.
In the house.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So we want to give a shout out to them also too, for coming all the way up and all, and just basically. And basically, it's just a matter of, it's how many. These lectures are great because how many days do you get something to do that consists of black information, period? It's like it comes once in a blue moon now. But then again, on the other hand, we don't have elaborate lectures anymore that's doing every week, because it's already dwindled down from the damn chumps to the monks. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the chumps is kind of petered out, and now we just got the ones in for the long haul.
The warriors.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right.
The ones that realize that outside of this type of consciousness, really they don't have nothing else better to do, and there's nothing really left outside of this.
That's right. Ain't nothing.
Most people think that at first they realize, they think, oh well, this conscious thing, we go do something black. They think it's something you do in addition to whatever you're doing. But as you go on and you find out that life is pretty much going to be fucked up from now on, and it ain't going to get too much better than that because it doesn't supposed to, then and all, then you will realize and all that, and the only thing you do have is consciousness. And as usual, we're not trying to make so much of a comfort zone, but you just try to carve your niche and roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? While you're still here, because it's still hard. But then again, the best way to do that is, you know, don't expect shit. You know, just, you know, what is. So me, I accept my oppression. What is, you know. I accept my oppression, you know. So, because I don't expect much, nothing really disappoints me, you know, on that particular level. You see what I'm saying? But we do know that we're not going to get complacent. We are tired of, sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Goddamn right.
You know what I'm saying? So we are tired of this bullshit. And not so much just the white man, because we've been dealing with the white man all our life, but Negroes remind you of how tired you are of this type of shit in your everyday life and all. You know, the white boy, you grew up with that, and basically he's been a rebel without a pause since the beginning. So I mean, it's really no hard feelings and nothing new when he tell you for the umpteenth time that he don't like you. But it's black people is the ones that really make you pull your damn hair out. You know what I'm saying? Pull your hair out. But as we go on, we're gonna pour this libation and give God this, and also give them theirs, and get some energy in the room, you know, and get some energy in the room, and basically make Sister Delilah's birthday a special one anyway. I mean, how many people get a lecture for their birthday? So that's pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Just so happen to fail that way also too. You know, just so happen to fail that way also too. All I do is lecture. Only thing I do is lecture. But I believe it or not, I'm in real big demand as far as I got a lot of people looking for me all over the United States to you know, to do lectures. What I have to do is I basically take my time and spread them out throughout the entire year. You see what I'm saying? So, a lot of the tapes, a lot of people I think I got a couple of new fan clubs, and a lot of people in Oakland, you know, Los Angeles, Kansas City, you know, like I said, a lot of people are looking at the tapes and all, because I think it has something to do with a lot of the brothers in the military. Is, you know, other than the conscious community, but like places in Kansas City and places where you normally wouldn't have it. You see what I'm saying? You normally wouldn't have it and all. Those tapes are getting up there. Now, I went to Milwaukee recently, and it's the community that's conscious there. It's a small community, but they're real conscious because everybody is so dead. We're talking about like this interracial thing, boy, is like, it's rampant. I mean, it's like I mean, you can't, you know how sometimes you go out a place and you won't see an interracial couple? It's almost impossible to go out your house and don't see an interracial couple. So, it's real bad up there and all, you know. You know, but I was in Indianapolis about 2 weeks ago and all, and that's the Indiana 500, so, you know, we talking about real redneck crackers in their race cars and stuff like that, so brothers catch hell down there too, you see. But one thing about it, wherever I go, black people have the same problems, and it's almost like never, ever leaving Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? Never leaving Atlanta. The misfortune about Atlanta, it does have because it's a bigger city, it does have a bigger conscious community, but they're spread out. So it's about like here, Philadelphia. But on the other hand, we're talking about the majority of the people is civil rights all-stars. You know what I'm saying? And fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken eating church-going people. So the majority of the people, man, are just, you know, just literally civil rights all-stars, which is going to say they have taken this King thing to a conspiracy, and I realize now the reason why they want to do this. They give you Martin Luther King over about 800 different ways, and they do that for a reason, because what they're trying to do is they want to try to corner the market with consciousness, whereas they're trying to put a certain figure in all people's heads. most dead black people and white black people, white people, they're trying to put this thing of Martin Luther King so you would think in actuality that there's nobody ever did anything outside of Martin Luther King. So what we're talking about here is a global conspiracy to, a global conspiracy to give you Martin Luther King so much until it literally clouds out any other aspects of what you call it, black leadership. So basically, outside of the black community, outside of the conscious community, and outside, and you got and most dead Negroes and most white people, literally, they think that Martin Luther King is literally the entire race. You see. And so, basically, even Chris Rock talked about that. The only thing I knew was Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a science to that because they do it over and over and over again. That's all you hear.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's big up here, but especially down there, everything is fucking king. You see what I'm saying? Everything is king. And so this is a science that they're actually doing. No white person loves a black man that much to pump that up. You see what I'm saying? This man is getting, I mean, all types of forums, all types of things talking about damn King. Fuck King. But the key is, this whole shit, you see, is to cloud out any black existence. And it's basically what it is. It's a government program, or it's a world global conspiracy that literally you got 40 million people, and basically you don't see them doing nothing but Martin Luther King, and basically what was he, a beggar? You see what I'm saying? You see, this whole thing goes right back and fits this whole global conspiracy of the way other people view you outside of the damn country and say these people, only thing they ever had was Martin Luther King. You see, so that's real big down in Atlanta. Real big down in Atlanta. Now they had Bishop Tutu that spoke at the King. They got this dignitary thing they have in Atlanta, where they have all these dignitaries, white mothers, vice presidents, of people. They come and they go down to the King Center on Martin Luther King's birthday, and that day, if you a member of the church, you can't get in for the white people. And they literally tell you can't get in. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be top bourgeoisie and top crackers to get up in there, So anyway, they had Bishop Tutu, and he was talking about how great this country was, and how God has a plan for this country, and how great this country was. And I'm like, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on here? Does this man read his own Bible? I mean, even if you read your own Bible, that goes against all laws of what you say you believe in. Well, they tell you in the last days it's going to be fucked up everywhere, but especially America. Here it is. Now, here, how you going to say, the last days is to the point where it's going to be so messed up that you can't tell heads or tails, and yet the greatest empire of that evilarchy, America, you call the greatest country. And so what it is this science based on the greatest country on earth is another thing. It's a form of mind control. You take a child and you tell him the greatest country on earth all his life. You see what I'm saying? You can literally go and blow up the sun, and this still would be the greatest country on earth. If you just give them one half-assed excuse. The people are willing to believe the lie than the truth, because it's a form of the mind control. It's like nobody wants their mama to be a hoe, even though it might be evident, or your father being a doggone homemonger. You see what I'm saying? Although it might be evident. You see what I'm saying? You know how children suppress things in the back of their mind for years. The father molested them. You know what I'm saying? And they literally block it out. And you got to go to a psychiatrist to dig in the brain to bring out all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And they go, yeah, I remember somebody feeling me. Yeah, I thought I smelled something. Yeah, and the shit start coming close, and yeah, they had a whole damn rate of that shit going down. So my point is, if the people suppress things, then you know on the other hand that everybody in this country is crazy, because no matter what this country does, the people, because they have been put, this thing has been put in their head, this mind control since they were a child, and this is the greatest country on earth, they suppress it the same way the doggone rape victim does. They literally wipe it out. And so when this thing, so anything that constantly occurs, the government don't have to worry about it. They're not going to bring it to the forefront and deal with it as so-called citizens, because all the government has to do is to give the excuse. You know what I'm saying? Is to give the excuse. So it's the same as the woman that's getting beat up by the man, to the point where all he needs is a great enough excuse and no intervention from the outside. You see, and she'll stay there for 30, 40, 50 years.
Right.
She will not, and as a matter of fact, it'll be a thing, if you know anything about an abused people, it basically, they'll be there for life if it wasn't for some outside intervention. You see what I'm saying? Some outside intervention. So you go and get the movie George Orwell, 1984, and the one from there's one from 1984 that came out in 1948. Then there's the George Orwell 1984, Richard Burton's last movie right before he died, that came out in 84.
Oh.
Then there's the updated version, which is Demolition Man, which is the same movie in 1993, which the second part of that is Judge Dredd, 1995. You see what I'm saying? All of that is the same thing, but it, as well as the movie Running Man, Part 1, and then Total Recall Part 2, 3 years later. The key is, in the movie, the guy said, Richard Burton is telling the guy after he caught her for having sex. He said, look, he said, the only thing that you will look forward to in the morning is my fucking boot in your face. He said, basically, I'm going to put my boot in your face so much until you will literally look forward to it in the morning. You will look forward to where you take a person and dehumanize them.
Right.
That's Mein Kampf, and that's the main thing what Hitler and them was dealing with. The same pimp treatment. You dehumanize a person to the point and humiliate a person to the point until that person feels alienated when he's not a part of the system.
That's right.
And so what happened was he would do anything, you see what I'm saying, including putting the boot in his face every morning, as long as he's included. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
As long as he's included. And everybody know this. Right now, if anybody ever had a damn job or either got fired or either the job ended or whatever, the first damn 2 weeks is difficult.
Yes.
Or staying the fuck home. Idleness almost kill your ass. And anybody know that, that's, you know, you have to literally train yourself to get used to not working.
And many people die immediately after you die.
They get depressed and they die immediately. So we're talking about a form of mind control. Well, it's the same thing of being included into the American system. Most black people, other than to be those little old clandestine souls running around on the periphery, you call them homeless, or you just, you know, black people that just don't fit in the order of this working force. Some black people, they look and that scares them that they don't turn out to be that type of person that is not the conventional person or the practical person. You get where I'm coming from? It scares them, you know. And so therefore these people would do anything to be enclosed. Is it getting cold up in there or something? oh, I was getting ready to say shit. y'all just getting comfortable, okay.
I turned the heat up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, that's up to them, you know. You see, you will go to sleep, you get the heat going. But I don't know, that's up to you. If you get too cold, you know, we'll adjust it, you know. But anyway, what you have here is, you talk about a form of mind control, and that's what, and I wanted to really get into the Manifestation Act, because that's what's really happening, why we can't really get people to really understand shit. It's because, man, if the people are not a part of that system, man, the system is so powerful. You know what I'm saying? To be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? You go in the Marines and shit, and every time, I know I had a friend, I think I told you I had a friend, Mom went in the Marines, and every time he would see the flag, that motherfucker start crying. You see, this is a young nigga. He start crying. Every time he see the flag, he start crying because they programmed his mind. And program his mind. Now, I saw, there's a brother that live up the street from me. his tour muster was up, because, you know, they throwing niggas out of the army. You see what I'm saying? So I guess that he didn't get the lieutenant thing or whatever the deal is, and so, or whatever it does to take. And they throwing the majority of them out, but he was in the Marines. And I see this brother, and I've seen this brother for 2 years, and at first, I said, yeah, that brother just got out of the Marine. You know, he still wear the clothes, the army clothes. And I've seen this guy since 95, and he's still doing it. He cannot adjust to outside life because he was a part of something, and they literally humiliated him or dehumanized him as having any outside thought. And so because he's not a part of that right now, he lives it in his own mind. You see what I'm saying? He lives it in his own mind. And I had an uncle who was the highest enlisted man, you know, you get the highest thing, and his wife made him get out. But he was miserable. And as a result, he was miserable. And as a result, he had to go back in. And he's still in there to this day. I think he had to go back in. I think he stayed out about a year. So my point is, it's the same scenario when they talk about mind control in America, why you can say or you can do anything, or America can do anything it wants to the people. The people would say, well, fuck it. We will turn a blind eye or a deaf ear long as we keep being included in this bullshit. And so black people are falling for the same okie doke. So that's what's actually going on. I want to put that out because I'm seeing now that everybody in this damn country is crazy. And so I said yesterday on the other tape, and I didn't stress it. When we say crazy, we use the word crazy so much that it becomes a play on words and it loses its meaning. But literally, everybody has some form of illness, some type of compulsive behavior, some type of schizoid, schizophrenic, whatever the deal is, behavior. Everybody is crazy, and black people now are literally going to certain secluded spaces in their mind and becoming these fictional characters.
They're deluded.
They're deluded. I see it in a lot of sisters too.
Yes.
I see it in brothers. I see it in brothers, but I'm seeing it now in a lot of sisters that think they on Soul Train and shit. I see them every day, and you know how you can see some of them, and you be like, that motherfucker, that crazy. She be all pretty, you know, she look attractive, but it might just be a damn move, and you say, that mother, that crazy. And this shit jumps past age barriers. This shit, you have one in every damn age class. You say, wait a minute, that mother, that kind of crazy there. And they, you know, they fit into society well, but you can tell, and well, basically black people go, that motherfucker, they're kind of phony. You know, you ever meet a phony person? Well, that's what that's talking about. You see what I'm saying? But it's a form of a psychosis.
Yeah.
Just, you know, form of a psychosis, you see. And so what it is that's the extreme case, when you can recognize it off the bat. But everybody in America has a part of this in them. Some just goes extreme. I see this brother, he's a homeless brother, but he always wears a suit and tie. And as long as he got on a suit and tie, he go to the Goodwill, as long as he got on a suit and tie and look like he a businessman, his suit might be 20 years old, his tie might be a fucking chest protector.
That's his survival mechanism.
That's his survival mechanism. It's no different than the damn security blanket.
Yes, that's
And he has a half pack full of grease. You see what I'm saying? He walks around and all, and you see him sitting out there, and he'll be reading something like, you know, he's, you know, waiting for the bus to get to his job, just like the businessman, and that's his survival technique. It's nothing, and basically what it is, he's a victim. You see, if he doesn't have that, he would fall apart crazy.
Yes.
So my point is, you know, and so some of the sisters, it's the same thing, whereas it's the same thing based on the whole sexual thing, or you go in the mall, if you go to Lenox Square Mall, which is just a fabulous mall down in Atlanta, you go there on a damn Saturday, it's a show. You know, strings up their ass, all that shit. You see.
But that's the madness.
But it's the madness of this particular thing, and this shit cuts. This ain't no poor people now. This shit cuts past. You see, we talk about the pathology of the brothers and sisters in the damn projects, but we're talking about there's the same pathology that goes on. It just takes another form and another damn bracket.
That's all. That's all.
You see, takes another bracket. I'm telling you, if my girlfriend's mother, if you ever heard her, she talks in cliches. It's almost like she sat down and studied Beaver Cleaver's mother. Or, you know, the Brady Bunch people. Mother. It's like, and there's nothing out of line. She don't use her own discretion about nothing. You see what I'm saying? About nothing. It gets to the point where, my girl got some school loans. She don't even give no, we gonna get a phone in about 2 weeks. She said, well, I can't even get this motherfucking fool my damn number. Because the bill collector's going to loan people to call, and she'll go and give them the number to get in touch with Ginger, because she's got this fantasy shit about doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing according to
white society, and she don't even know motherfucking white people don't do that.
Yes.
One thing Hakeem Malamuti said, white people don't follow the goddamn rules.
Yes. That's right. The rules is made for us.
That rules is made for us. They don't follow the rules. And we can't get this we can't get this, they don't follow the rules. But she'll go and she said, well, I can't get this motherfucker my number. She got the damn, all them skunks. She got school loan bills coming. She don't pay them. She got school loan bills coming to the house right now because the damn mama done gave the shit. So what I'm trying to say is, this is a form of insanity. You see, she doesn't do anything outside of what the society says. And the society is constantly never following the rules. That's one thing about white people. They don't follow rules. They talk that shit, but they never follow rules. Now, I'm on the bus the other day. Me, it's 4 black people on the bus, and the bus driver. So they got this thing you can't eat on the bus. Well, a nigga back there, he just chewing something. He ain't really got the plate out eating. He just chewing a little bit of shit, and the bus driver said, nah, hey, you can't be eating on here. Oh, he should get up the street again, and I'm gonna have to throw you off, I'm gonna have to throw you off. And I'm looking at this, and I look at this thing, I said, this is some fucked up shit. I said, I can see if you have some white people on here, and the bus was back, and the sign says it's unlawful to eat. But you got 4 niggas up on the damn bus, and you a fucking nigga. And I said, it used to be a time when the slave master was away, we got the partying. You know what I'm saying? I said, this is fundamental that slaves knew to do this shit. You see what I'm saying? Black people knew how to do this when they was working for Whitey in the 30s and the 20s and the teens. I'm saying, all of a sudden, I said, ain't a white man face nowhere in sight.
But they're still carrying out the white man.
And this shit,
laws.
this law, and she back there hard, and I'm looking at this, and I said, they train. They literally go, and not only that, they look, and when you fill out the shit, you question and answer, you test, and everything. They train, or they look for certain people with certain characteristics.
Yes.
And what it is what we're saying is this here.
Yes.
This white boy, for the last 300 years, has such a behavioral engineering program that they have studied our every move so much until it's like an advanced science. So just like when you would go and you would go in this research lab and you would just see all these manuals on all this physics shit. They got research labs on the behavior of black people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That they have studied over the years, and all the corporations got this shit.
Yep.
So therefore, you can't find 2 niggas out of order. When you do, it used to be, back in the day, you find 2 or 3 niggas and shit, you can get the damn hookup. Fuck this white man shit.
But
but now...
But when they do get those blacks that know who they are, they become afraid. They're not going to bother that black person that knows.
That's true.
When you know who they are, and know what they're doing, they're not going to bother you. They become afraid of you.
Well, see, it's good you said that, because I thought of something, and I'm going to say it right after this. And we're going to put a libation, but when the spirit ruling, you got to do what you got to do. But this is key, too. The point I'm trying to drive home is the manuals, they have this shit down to a science. Now, it was here in Philadelphia that the guy was running. There was shit happened last year about the white boy was running. I think it was in Philly. The white boy, the 2 people running for damn some kind of office. One guy's a... What's that? Oh, shit. Hold on.
Oh,
TV cut on?
No, she got to change her tape, I guess.
Oh, okay.
What is this?
So tomorrow.
We want to get. You just put it in?
Got one of them spirits walking around.
See, I'm saying some shit going down.
Yeah, got one of them
We
spirits.
don't never have no
got
problem
one
in
of them
this damn
spirits
house.
walking around here and mess up something that you
It's a
want-
white person.
need to be on that.
But see, you gotta realize though, it's 1999.
White person.
It's that time. Chaos rules.
You see, and they running scared. You got it?
It's
Okay,
the white.
is it straight?
Yeah.
It's the white repairman spirit. He
Anyway,
you fixed that yesterday. You fucked with some of them spirits' jobs.
Anyway, the deal is going back what I'm saying. It was here in Philadelphia that there was two white people running for office. And every time, you know, the white person get mad at each other, then they'll tell the secrets. The shit gonna always come out, because some white person gonna get mad and all. That's how the Prince Hall got their shit. Was the same way the Prince Hall Masonry. Some white people family fight. They said, we're gonna get them niggas some shit just to spite your ass.
That's right.
But anyway, what you got here is, the two people running for office. This white guy is winning. This woman, they got a bitter, nasty dispute going on. But this woman had remembered that this white boy did a tape in 1986 on how to pick a perfect jury that you want to convict a black person.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it here?
Yeah.
It was a district attorney race,
yeah,
right?
Tim McCann.
Yeah. And this guy had this shit down to a science in a fucking seminar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first of all, this man is talking to a group of people that's meeting on our ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These people are literally in a damn seminar, and they talking about how to pick a black man, don't pick a woman that identifies with children. They had this shit down to a science.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So what it is now, what you got now, because you find less Negroes that's not palatable to the system, or you find less Negroes that don't conform, that means that the damn shit has gotten more advanced. You see, also, they starting to kill off the ones that can't conform, period.
Yeah.
First, they wreck them financially. You see what I'm saying? Next, they gotta go and hit the streets or whatever the deal is, or something outside of their security and their safe haven. You see, and the next thing you know, they take them out. So what it is going back to George Orwell's 1984. Now, the other thing is this too, based on this particular mind control, also based on this. White people are just like beautiful women, real beautiful women, that, and we make them these victims, that people, they can't walk out the house now unless somebody hitting on them. Or they can't just be a part of a regular group without somebody doing them a favor, because she pretty. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever type. And it's not just men, women do the same damn shit. You know what I'm saying? They will, you know, if they're not jealous of her.
Right.
They would like to be her motherfucking friend because she cute. Oh, she my friend. We do that kind of stuff, and it's not having nothing to do. This is because you remember now the biggest male chauvinist a lot of times is a damn woman. Based on we train in a chauvinistic fashion, and they sometimes they make the worst oppressors to other women.
That's right. That's right.
But the point here is, the point I'm trying to make is, there's an old saying that a real beautiful person, you can't let them know, that they're real beautiful because they somewhat don't respect that. You see what I'm saying? They don't respect your kindness.
Yes.
Because they get so much of it.
Yeah.
Until the person at the time that they do respect is a person who don't show them so much favoritism. Well now, if this is one person to get this, can you imagine white people that see this with every race that come in this country? The Japanese come in, they grin up to the crackers. Chinese come in, they grin up to the crackers. The fucking Africans come up, they want to be with Whitey. The people from India come up, the people from the Caribbean, they want to be with Whitey.
Yeah.
The Eskimos want to be, everybody want to be with motherfucking white people. So the white person in his mind, because everybody is so fucking nice to him and compromising to him, so he ultimately can never ever respect someone being nice to him because it's a psychological thing. That's why I was in the mall, me and Khalid Muhammad was sitting in the mall in Atlanta. White man come up and say, you Khalid Muhammad? Khalid said, yeah. He said, yeah, he backed off. Yeah, pleased to meet you, sir. Now, Khalid, here's a man that Khalid to tell him I don't up a date was thrilled to be in a company of a person that don't like them because they constantly get black people to go out their way for them. And they like it when they know that you know who you are and you don't give a fuck about them. It's the same thing now. Ginger got on this job. She got kicked upstairs. She got full time. And she's sitting beside this big fat white woman. And the white woman said, what is it? Do you not like me? Because Ginger ain't grinning in her damn face. That's right. What is it? You don't like me? Ginger said, no, I ain't got nothing. I don't have nothing, you know. You know, and the old white men and everybody going, the white people, and then all of a sudden when they found out that she don't be like all the rest of them be grinning in the face. When they found out that she don't grin in their face, they all come and patronize. Oh man, you dress so well. You dress so well. Ooh, you got such pretty skin. And she's like, you patronizing me? They go, okay, I gotta calm down. They literally damn suck her asshole. Yes. Because she didn't pay, and the woman sitting right beside her said, and so when the woman realized that she wasn't gonna be just grinning and all, the woman turned to her and said, man, I just feel so bad on how the damn white man has come this is what the woman told her. Now I just feel so bad on how the white man is just going all around the world and fucked up all the indigenous people. This goddamn white woman told her. He said, man, he said, it's just a shame. I see the Native Americans, I see the slaves, and I feel shame. But she wouldn't have said that, but and Ginger, now she didn't tell her she was patronizing. Ginger was just listening to her, okay. But Ginger knew that the woman had to start patronizing her, you see, and got to the point where she said, I'm gonna get down black with you. You know, and started doing this because they not on that, they not used to people not laughing when shit ain't funny. You see what I'm saying? When shit ain't funny. And this girl, 25 years old, and she got these moms, they are crazy about her. But then again, they go to lunch, and her boss, which is black woman, the head boss there, and she just grinning all in the face, you, just acting like a damn fool. It's all in the damn thing, and they get that all the time. So if they do not like a motherfucker, that they feel is, let's put it this way, because black people, that's the first thing we want to do is say we ain't prejudiced. But they do not like a damn person that thinks that everybody is everybody and this is all one world and shit, because they are psychotic. You got to look at the ramifications on everybody in the world that you see that loves you. Then what you want to do, then the shit becomes reversed. You on a quest to find out a race of people who don't like your ass. You see, who don't like your ass. And you can't find it with most niggas in America. You can't find it with no black person in the damn diaspora. You see what I'm saying? You see. So they literally like that. But then again, on the other hand, they're just like anybody else. They cannot respect, you see what I'm saying, being treated like something. You see, and it's real crazy. So let's get into let's do the libations and get them there, and we can start this thing on up.
Start it up.
Yeah.
Fire it up.
Fire it up. I'm in Ra. I'm in Rinthensar. Anut. Anuket. Katanin. Sopwaret. Ba. Ka. Air. Ku. Sahu. Cabinet. Cat. Second. Osea. Soot. Sut. Ama. Nayama. Ba. Na. Ama. Nomo. Yuru. Digitarian statements. Soot Nessie, Ra Nessie, John Nessie, After Earth, Parcel Feet, Septon In, Upwaret, Seven Hurt, South Shekinah, Ashe, Delilah, Ashe, Cthulhu, Ashe, Shub-Niggurath, Ashe, Hastar, Ashe, Azathoth, Ashe, Yosatos, Ashe,
Awas.
Nilahotep, Awas, Ashe, Dagon, Ashe, Dogon, Ashe, Ibas, Ashe, Obas, Ashe, Thunderdog, Ashe, Thunderbird, Ashe, Sunbear, Ashe, White Buffalo, Ashe. Oh, okay. Emu, Ashe, Izumu, Ashe, Wuzimu, Ashe, Wuzimu, Ashe, Kamara, Ashe, Kingu, Ashe, Marambu, Ashe, Rerenki, Ashe, Wuzimu, Ashe, Mamu, Ashe, Astal, Ashe, Kingu, Ashe, Boro, Ashe, Do, Ashe. Ashe Seldo, Ashe Jodo, Ashe Bar, Ashe Yi, Ashe Mawa, Ashe Si, Ashe Magalisa, Ashe Lepa, Ashe Kalapon, Ashe Akra, Ashe Natro, Ashe Maya, Ashe Samwa, Ashe Saman, Ashe Akanapon, Ashe Kimi, Ashe Sanswan, Ashe. Okay. Gaia, Ashe Titans, Ashe Uranus, Ashe Chronos, Ashe Rhea, Ashe Oceanus, Ashe Tides, Ashe Hepron, Ashe Nisabim, Ashe. I just keep a, well, just got a little more to do. Just give me that little bit there. Ashe Thymus, Ashe Impius, Ashe Polius, Ashe Cyrus, Ashe Phoebus, Ashe Thea, Ashe Prometheus, Ashe Epimetheus, Ashe Attis, Ashe Metis, Ashe. Okay. Hercules, Ashe Apollo, Ashe. I guess that'll be enough. I'll just call them this way. We got the water and all. Omi Tutu, Ashe Adi Tutu, Ashe Idi Tutu, Ashe Tuki Alepa, Ashe Kosi Ka, Ashe Kosi Arun, Ashe Kosi Opo, Ashe Kosi Inta, Ashe Kosi Bata Baba, Ashe Mata Baba Awa, Ashe Mojo Obo Ala, Ashe Mojo Obo Arisha, Ashe Mojo Obo Idutum, Ashe Mojo Obo Iku, Ashe Nila Mari Arun, Ashe Nita Maki Obobo, Baba Lasa Obobo, Ilaso, Ashe. Okay, Yuma. Keller, Ashe Sakma, Ashe Sepra, Ashe Bina, Ashe Tipper, Ashe Nasa, Ashe Ha, Ashe Yase, Ashe Malku, Ashe Hart, Ashe Nata, Ashe. Okay. Hosea, Ashe Aset, Ashe Maya, Ashe Mut, Ashe Minibus, Ashe Mintu, Ashe Mintu Sibara, Ashe Mintab Sing Sing, Ashe Pata, Ashe. Osea Kintiamenti, Ashe Harsut, Ashe Head Root, Ashe Anpu, Ashe Amara, Ashe Amirinthasar, Ashe Aset, Ashe Neptur, Ashe Brahma, Ashe Vishnu, Ashe Brahmini, Ashe Shakti, Ashe Shiva, Ashe Ramasandra, Ashe Indrasuda, Ashe Sita, Ashe Hanuman, Ashe Lakshmi, Ashe Jinsaya, Ashe. Okay, one more. Okay, one more. Who? Ashe Du, Ashe Propagate, Ashe Nemawalawedo, Ashe Marasha, Ashe Bridges, Ashe Adamberti, Ashe Oguparelli, Ashe Ogushengo, Ashe Abduli, Ashe Edewedo, Ashe Zaka, Ashe Alapi, Ashe Obatala, Ashe Otuluwa, Ashe Orunla, Ashe Ogun, Ashe Shengo, Ashe Oshun, Ashe Legba, Ashe Orisha Oku, Ashe Oya, Ashe Oshosi, Ashe Olakun, Ashe Ife, Ashe. All right. Babaluaye. Ashe. To all guys known and unknown. Ashe. Hemmitt family, Shaw family, Davis family. 1, 2, 3. Start calling out your family members. 1, 2, 3. Ashe. 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 Ashe, 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 Ashe. To all guys known and unknown. Ashe. To all ancestors known and unknown. Ashe. All right, for the men, if you ever in that situation, your shit can't rise to the occasion, always call on Papa Gay. And always call on Papa Gay. Now, if you need some extra help, I got a ritual on how to keep a man's nature high. How to keep a man's nature high. So, for the people, for the brothers that want that, I guess I'll send some up to Philly and probably send some to Baltimore or whoever. You can give them out to whoever you want. About 3 or 4 pages and shit, too. And, you know.
Anybody want to put your name on the list? Pass out the list.
But on another hand, if you call on Papa Gay and mean it, Papa Gay, you will probably won't have no problems with the whole thing arising to the occasion. I myself have never had to call on him, and I'm so glad, you know, because I'm so glad. And it's not a matter of bragging and all, because I'm just too lazy. I'm just too damn lazy. I just, whenever I do it, I'm always ready in the first off. And I ain't ready, I just don't do it. Oh.
Goody power.
So, you know, but then again, on the other hand, you know, just in case it gets to that particular time, you know. And when you really look at it and all, with the sexual thing and all, it really shows you how the male is very inferior to the point whereas, and I was talking about this the other day, to the point, just for that alone, when she ready to go and you gotta rise to the damn occasion, it goes to show you that this whole facade shit, based on, you know, I'm the man and all that kind of shit, you know what I mean? You see, but then again, on the other hand, you ain't never heard of a sister ever having no problems like that. You see what I'm saying? So, you know how that goes. Now there's something wrong with her, but then again, she just normal, you know. So it's interesting. So let's deal with some things right now. First of all, they did something along the same time of Christmas, or right during the same holiday month. They announced, the government announced once and for all, they told black people that, look, we have an enemy. And they said they're going to show who their enemy was. So they put out a movie called Enemy of the State. And they showed your boy, Will Smith. And you got to look at the science to that. This movie could have been played by any top white person. But they put this particular movie out and they literally said, Enemy of the State. And they showed Will Smith. That in the title alone, but how many people saw the movie yet? Because the movie was high-powered as far as what they can do to your ass.
Oh, yeah.
And the sister even told his ass that at first. But, you know, he's a big-time lawyer. Everybody. And the sister told him, say, look, these mothers got the power to do what the hell they want. And about a day later, that nigga ain't had no house, no car, nothing, running for his life. So, but the movie literally shows, this particular stuff is actually going down. Now, you need to go get the movie. Let me see, is this way, hold on. I want to get the right list now. I don't want to, okay, let's see, one, let's see, hold on, I want to get the right thing. Yeah, this is part 2. Let me see something. I want to be just right when I deal with this thing. Yeah, okay. All right. So you need to go get that particular movie, Enemy of the State. It'll be coming on video soon. But how many people saw the movie? Small Soldiers.
Yeah.
You see. The movie Small Soldiers. Excellent movie. You read on the Gorgons. The Gorgons is 3. They were called the Gorgonites. But if you go and read Greek mythology, the Gorgons are 3 different sisters. The middle sister or the last sister happens to be Medusa. But what they figured out is, in actuality, there's 3 different sisters. Like you got Heru, then you would have probably Nephthys, or Ma'at, or then you would have Aset. You know, you always have the triple goddess. Aset represented the physical manifestation of the other 2 entities on earth. So what happens is Medusa, with the snakes and the serpents, represented the physical manifestation of the other 2 sisters that was unmanifest. You see, that was unmanifest. So that's the way the goddess thing goes. So this particular race in the movie, Small Soldiers, they were called the Gorgonites. Well, if you understand anything about the Gorgons, Medusa has the serpents in her head, and a serpent-like people, which represents the kundalini and the whole 9 yards. So her race would literally be black people. So when they said the Gorgonites, you see, they were literally talking about black people, but as you saw, the leader had the lion whiskers, which represents the lion team people, which is the Sphinx, which is Sekhmet, but yet he had a head full, he had the dreadlocks. And he had his warriors, his particular weapons was arrows and stuff based on nature, you see. But his whole thing was they was trying to get back to their land. Did you remember the name of the land? They was trying to get back to their land. That was their main goal, was to get home. And they were good at hiding. But the main goal to the other people, the enemy in the movie, the toy soldiers, was to kill the Gorgonites, was to kill the black man and the black woman. You see what I'm saying? The other monster-like figures represented alien-type entities, not physical alien-type entities, but it represented different aspects of the chaos sphere. You see, when you see the actual movie. Excellent movie. It's an excellent movie. If you got a child, buy the movie, okay, because right now they got about, you just go to, what I do is I go to, what's the name of the place? I go to, Blockbuster. You got your Echinacea?
Yeah.
Give me the one for the
drops?
liquid. Huh?
The drops or the...
The drop, give me both of them. Go and buy it from the previously viewed section. They got about 100 still left over for like only $9. But get that movie if you got any children, got any grandchildren, and show that movie and tell the children that we are the Gorgonites. Say, this is us, and have them identify with the Gorgonites. You see what I'm saying? With the Gorgonites. You see, excellent movie to also, to train the child on is that movie, as well as a lot of other movies. Now, you said the Quest for Camelot was dropping?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, that's another one. There's a lot of good stuff out. I'm going to see this, My Favorite Martian. Because when you think that it's going to be some crazy shit, that's the one they put all the science in, like the Truman Show, which is about to get the Academy Award, where all the science was up in there, which is the same George Orwell, 1984.
Okay.
Well, the guy told him, say, look, he said, people don't like to move outside of their own condition.
Yeah.
You see? Their own condition. And nobody is like that, like black people, because it took black people years to buy a foreign car. Remember, the white people had found out that America was making all them fucked up cars in the 70s and shit, and so by the 80s, them motherfuckers said, fuck it. That white boy, he ain't gonna stick around with nothing don't work. But black people still riding around in them old Oldsmobiles and that shit, breaking down and all that shit, brand new car and stuff, you see, lemons and stuff. But it took us years to get into the Mercedes and the BMWs and stuff, and all that type of stuff, So, we don't move outside of our environment. We stick to what is the familiar. Which sometimes is very bad when your environment starts off in the slave quarters. But like I said, this movie, My Favorite Martian, it might be dropping. Now, there's a movie that came out, A Bug's Life. And you got, this shit is the bug life and the ants.
Yeah.
Now, what it was, the bug life was that there was actually these ants working, and at the particular time, they would work part of the summer and get up the food for the grasshoppers. And then they'd work the rest of this just like you working and getting up food for the white man, and come home and gotta give your motherfuckers some scraps you stole from the, master's office or whatever. You know the deal. And then the rest of the summer they would get up food for them after they got up the food for the grasshoppers. But the key was, there was number 7 fucking grasshoppers running the show, and it was 1 million of them. And one guy challenged them, and the guy said, well, it's just one ant. We don't need to go back this year. And the guy said, wait a minute. He said, we always go back And we got to confront that one ant. He said, because the next day, it'll be 2. The next year, it'll be 7. It'll be 8. If they ever find out that we are small in number and they are greater in number, it'll be over for us. In so many words, this is the white man who is small in number. But yet, he got all the brown-skinned people around the world divided and can't unite under one small banner. You see what I'm saying? All the other people that's non-white. You see what I'm saying? And it's a group of them running the show. You see, it's all in the actual movie. You see what I'm saying? And literally, it came to the point of death when they had to find out. Till they all figured this shit out. There's only 7 of them. Now the movie The Ants, the person who ran the society was the chief ant, was the military. That was played by Gene Hackman was the voice. The other ant, Woody Harrelson and all that type of stuff was, you know, there's a lot of things going on, but they had it broken down into certain sections. So the military trained elite ants, and the other ones you was picked to be an elite ant or a worker at birth. But the military or the elite ants said, hey, we're going to let them build this particular place, build this whole civilization for us, and they're going to build this tunnel, and we're going to have them build this tunnel and tap into a water vein, and we're going to drown and wipe out all the so-called worker ants, and there ain't going to be nothing but an elite race of people on the earth. This shit is it's all in the movie. But they be cursing in the movie Ants, so you know that the movie wasn't made for kids. You see. But you go and get it for your kids anyway, because you got to know what time it is. But anyway, why is it these movies came out, Ants and a Bug Life, right after each other? You see. But when I went to go see Bug Life, it was full of adults, white people. You see, very key that you understand that at this particular time. You see what I'm saying? Very, very key that you understand that. So, let's go on. On November the 28th, no, November the 27th, I got up and the Spirit led me to go in and start playing some Jimi Hendrix music. So I started playing the music. Ain't nothing new. I talked about Hendrix before. But for the first time, and this is what's spiritual because I never listened to lyrics. You see, Ginger hear a song one damn time, and she be singing the motherfucking commercial. She know the damn commercial. One time. The next time she hear it, she got it. Me, I only listen to music. But that day, every lyric, everything he was saying, it came alive. And he was talking, and he said this. He said that there was an Indian boy that's supposed to be the king one day or a great warrior one day. But he says that somebody comes in and kills him while he's in his sleep. Same shit happened to him. He talks about the angel came one day, the one about the angel came. And she said, I think it's time for you to go. And he said, not this time, but I'm gonna be going with you soon. You see, whatever the deal is, he knew he was gonna die. You see what I'm saying? Now they're saying that Jimi Hendrix, the black, see, there was 2 different stories of Jimi Hendrix. The black people were saying that the person they knew when he was hanging out in the state was one of the most depressed people they knew. Whereas the white people were saying, hell, Jimi Hendrix was the life of the party. We don't know where to get this from. Now, but he did the song Manic Depression. You see what I'm saying? Everything, you know. Now, the compilation CD I got, they got some rare photos in it. And one of the photos, he's sitting backstage talking to this white man in a suit. And right beside him is a damn book. It's talking about UFOs in the picture. Another one, he's over in England, and he's standing like this in the front. He got 2 white guys on the back of him, and he got 2 white girls standing up there with their chest all out, naked, like a pimp, like the king of the pimp type style. You see. The king of the pimp, and all this stuff started happening in the music. And what happened was, as I looked, I snatched the actual, the cover to the CD. I said, let me read some of this stuff while I'm walking, because the energy was real powerful. And I heard the song, you know, say, yeah, he said right in here, he said that somebody snook in and killed him in his sleep. Now, the same CD, the one that came out in '93, the compilation disc, says that the woman begged him to take the sleeping pills. He didn't want the sleeping pills, and I talked about that before. And they said that she got up, and she looked, and she had found out he had vomited, and then she went back to damn bed. You see? Went back to bed. You see? So literally, she literally was the government agent for the British intelligence to kill him, but he got it in his actual song. And this thing was going on, but anyway, I looked down, and it said, boom, born on November 27th. And my point is, I got up that morning, played some Jimi Hendrix by some kind of thing. I guess the spirit led me to it. And anyway, it was his actual birthday. You see what I'm saying? His actual birthday. Now, it's interesting because in the book that I told you about mind control in America, they talk about how Jimi Hendrix would say that he was able to put people in trance with his music.
But you know, when we speak like this about certain things to certain black people, that's their expression. When you're around them, and if you would have certain ones to come in here, they would go out and say, oh, he depressed me. But they don't mean that they're in a walking around in a depressive state like psychology says it. It means that you've opened up some neurons in their brain, and the only way that they can explain it is, oh, Joan, you're depressing sometimes. But it's information that you're giving that goes against the grain of what they're taught in church.
That's true.
That's what they're dealing with, and
That's true.
it's fear, but they put it under the guise of depression because depression sounds better than saying, that's what you're telling me, scares me.
That's true. That's true.
So, you know, we use the word depression very, very differently.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, it's a whole nother experience. So in this these white people put out this movie, the one with the Moses thing, Prince of Egypt.
No.
Anyway, they thought in actuality that they was trying to reverse a certain thing to try to go back and put that whole Exodus lie back out. But in actuality, I've been looking at the actual Exodus story, and I'm convinced, based on my expertise in trying to find out where some shit is, I'm convinced that the Exodus story is nothing but a Jewish or a black Hebrew reworking of the Hermetic text. The Asclepius story that I gave everybody, and I talked about where he's telling what Tahuti is telling Asclepius or Imhotep that that the black people gonna fall and gonna go to America, and you know, the whole 9 yards. Well, that story is almost identical to you will be on a land for 400 years and not your own. It's reworked, but it's actually the Jewish or the Hebrew carbon copy of the Hermetic text. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, these white people thought that they was reversing something because now they put the movie out with as the 50-year anniversary of the shit with Israel, right. 1948, 1998. That's what the real deal was. They just waited till the winter solstice to bring it home. But what they don't realize is that particular story is a black story that came out of Egypt. It was the Hermetic text, and later on it becomes a Jewish version or the Hebrew version of the same story. In any case, they literally open up a porthole to celebrate the exodus of us coming out of America.
That's right.
If the story is originally an Egyptian story, you see what I'm saying? It's an Egyptian story. And they take it and rework it. This is a fight between black people. White people wasn't even Jews at the time. Either way, it made no difference in sociology, they literally took the name Egypt as the oppressor or the land of bondage, but in actuality, the land of the whole spiritual earth at one time was called the Black Land also. So the land of bondage was not, first of all, it wasn't talking about an empire of the ancient, but it was talking about the physical plane of bondage in the metaphysical sense. But coming from the Hermetic text, they just substituted Egypt, but in the Hermetic text it plainly states America. A place at the end of the setting sun where all the other races will go to this place at the end of the setting sun by boat and different types of ways of travel. That's what it says in the text. So the Egypt and the Exodus story is that of America. Now we know that. Elijah Muhammad talked about that, and a lot of people talked about that. John Henry Clark and them said that we don't realize, well, black people identify with this because it's somewhat similar to their situation. But what he didn't realize is he never studied the actual text. The Hermetic text is the actual story, and it literally is a doggone retranslation of the Hermetic text, which says it's America. Anyway, it's not talking about Israel in the sense of white Israel, although it's talking about Isis, Ra, and Elohim, or the El, it's talking about us. But my point is to even put that out again. It's almost like every little move they make is working against them. Somebody's tape cut off. To put that out again. To put that out again, it also means that in actuality, in the winter solstice or whenever they did it, whatever they was trying to do to stop something, they were actually opening up the floodgates and opening up an archetype of the Exodus story, and it's a celebration of us coming out of our doggone lowly position and our misery. So it's backfiring on them, you see. But they're talking about that Israel becoming a nation is why they actually try to put it at their 40-year shit. But Israel became a nation, and see, it became a nation, and it became the true nation, because the whole thing with Israel becoming a nation is, based on the biblical thing, is in the last days, all of the tribes will come back together. You see what I'm saying? Of Israel, which is the seven, which acts with metaphysically, you got 12 signs of the zodiac, you got 12 different aspects of the different dimensions of the black dot, the 12 alchemical sections of the black dot, and when they all come together, you no longer are separated in one house. You have all of the actual zodiac that you can actually tap into. It's all becoming one part of your nation. That's the metaphysical thing. But even on the physical, as above, so below, there are some physical things. And they talk about 12 tribes. And Egypt happened to be one of those tribes, Mizrahim, which is 12 zodiac. The key is, when is these tribes all coming together? This is what they're based on the Israel is doing when they airlift the whole Ethiopians and all that kind of shit. 12 tribes scattered around the globe. Well, in actuality, this happened in 1492 or 1505 or whenever, when the slave ships came. Because all of the tribes of Africa came back together and became one nation in the Western Hemisphere.
Guinea. That's why the Haitians call Africa Guinea. I mean, they call, while they live in Haiti, when they refer to Guinea, that's what they're talking about, the whole of Africa. We go back to Guinea.
Well, see, this is the key.
For Haitians.
This is the key. The separation of Africa became Israel again as a nation when we all came to the Western Hemisphere. And you got different types of Africans, energies, come into one. It's the same as your Jason and the Argonaut taking the different types of the greatest types of heroes and putting them in the Argo and sailing to the west, land of Caucasus, to get the golden fleece. The golden fleece in so much is the gathering of the masters. which we have witnessed the last 10 years of what we call a conscious movement, the gathering. All of us coming back together from unknown origins or the ancient ones, you see, which is the actual gathering. Your whole Noah Ark story is nothing but the same Jason and the Argonauts. Instead of Jason taking 50 different heroes and putting them in the Argo and sailing to Caucasus, Noah takes different animals and put them together. It's the same story. You see what I'm saying? The key is they were thinking that they was trying to. The key is they were trying to actually. They thought that they were actually trying to do something to diffuse or to keep the bullshit or keep this fake thing going, and it's all working against them. You see, all working against them. Now go back and study go back and study the movie, The Relic. First of all, I want to say this too, because your Highlander talks about the same thing, about the gathering that will be in a land that's not yet established. Same scripture as in the Hermetic text. You know what I'm saying? Which, I might add, the Thrice Great Hermes, the 3-volume set, is now back out, and Kessinger put it out and all.
Oh, is it?
It's out now. It was $50. It's $45, but the 3-volume set is back out, which has a great section on the black rites of Osiris and dealing with what is called the Agos Damien, which is, they're saying in this book, is Osiris, which is which we'll get into later on. But they talk about this ancient god called Chemaphis, or Camaphis. You see what I'm saying? Which means black. This most ancient high god, and it's all in the black rites of Osiris and all. But that particular book is also out, the complete Hermetic text, the one your Thrice Great Hermes, by G.R.S. Mead. That book is now back out, and I just wanted, it's a good thing because Isaac had about 5 copies down there yesterday when we went up that particular way. But anyway, the gathering, they talked about it in the Highlander, and they talked about it. In the Highlander, and they talked about it in several other things. This gathering. Go back and get the movie Relic, because they were talking about Cthulhu, which is Cthulhu, which is supposed to be this particular entity that's supposed to come alive and supposed to kill the enemies of this particular tribe. And once it kills all the enemies, it goes back. Once it kills all the enemies, it goes back and goes back to sleep or whatever the deal is. So in actuality, you go back and get the movie and study the movie. I'm telling you, get these movies because you have to go back and you're going to have to study these particular movies again. Because the first time when you get them, you don't know what's going on. That's the first thing, so you don't know what to expect. And then the second thing is, all the action takes you away. So although you think you're getting some of it, there's so much going on in the actual conversation. So you have to go back and study the particular movies and all. Now, there's something I want to deal with. Right now. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Wait. Bear with me. I'm going from thing to thing. Because I want to get a couple of things. A couple of things I want to say right now in the hard copy. I want you to go and I want you to get the movie Phantoms. Not The Phantom. We talked about that before. But I want you to get the movie Phantoms. Now, it's something that goes down in the movie Phantom, and then I want you to go and find Dean Koontz, the book, Phantoms. Because there's 8 times as much stuff going on in the book. And you can go to the used bookstore, they got one downtown, and go to the sci-fi section. You might find 10 of the Dean Koontz book, Phantom, because the book came out in 1982. You see. Came out in 1982. So go get the book, the book Phantom. Now, I want to show you something. The Phantom is supposed to be these carbon-like figures that take over this northern town in Rhode Island or whatever, and literally go and just kill all these particular people. There's some stuff in the book that's not in the movie, but there's some stuff in the movie that's not in the book. Now, I already told you that the guy this black guy, he just did this Martin Luther King thing also. This black guy said that they just came up and they just asked him, he didn't have to even try out for it. They just asked him, did he want to be in the movie? And he's the guy in the movie that come up and says, this thing chemical, biological, or other? And they said, we're thinking it's other. But anyway, very key that you got to go see to check out what happens when these men in the white suits, first the movie goes and they kill all these people in the town, and these people are waiting for these men in the white suit to get there. So they go and get this guy named Timothy Flight, who's writing in rag papers, but he was fired from his university post because he wrote on something called the ancient enemy, which is the ancient enemy, which is us. Now it's interesting because but in the book he goes in and says, well, I was the head of the department, but they threw me out because in the academic world, if you tap into the real shit in so many words, they get rid of your ass on the college campuses.
Yes.
And so he started writing on the shit that the secret societies tell everybody in school, we don't teach this in the college thing. And that's the reason why we educated now and don't know shit.
Yeah.
So he got out, he got thrown off, and the only people he could go and write was some old rag. You know, some old rag thing like the Inquirer or some kind of shit like that. Or weekly, daily weekly world news. Anyway, they go in there, bring him in the white suits. Now you got to see this because these motherfucking crackers is coming out telling you what time it is. Immediately when they get there, the black guy turns around and he says, he starts talking about, is this chemical, biological, or other? And the people say it's other. Now before they get to the actual place where this thing is going down, the black guys in the car is asking the white boy, Timothy Flight, what is this shit? Can you explain what this particular entity is? And Timothy Flight is going through all this shit on people that has disappeared throughout times. Roanoke, Virginia, Mayan colonies, and stuff like that. And then he looks, he says, well, what is it? He says, chaos, pure and simple. Right. Chaos in the flesh.
All right. All right.
He says,
you know, that's how they explain the men in black. But they tell you the men in black is Asian looking. But if you've ever had visions, they're 3 black men. That's your chaos.
Chaos, right.
That's your chaos.
That's a good
3 black men that come in visions. But they tell you, they make up this...
Well, now it's interesting you said that.
Something.
Well, it's interesting you said that because the sister named Tamara Keeler, the sister that used to live in Jackson, Tennessee, she now lives in D.C., that we used to go visit when we used to go visit the mounds, and we pulled down Thunderdog from there. She said her thing was there was 3 black men that used to come and get her.
Yes.
And when they would come and get her, they would take her.
I'm a witness.
And she said they would transfer her. She said she couldn't see their eyes though.
That's right.
She said but there was 3 black figures, and they would come and get her. She said one time they came and got her, and they took her in the bottom of the basement of the Vatican. And she said it was all types of old relics up in there. That the shit you see in a museum is cheesecake compared to the shit she saw down up in there.
Yeah.
And all.
But that's what they do.
And she said they came and got,
but they're not men in black. They're 3 black men.
The 3 black men. Well, there's 3 wise men. It's a good observation you said that. Because I need to pay much close attention to the sisters' channels will talk about the 3 men. Now, the 3 men. Now, this is the deal. Timothy Flight says, they say, what is this thing? They say it's chaos. They didn't take chaos pure and simple because you got a chaos. They said, they made it specifically. They said chaos in the flesh. Now, chaos in the flesh is black people. That's what condensed chaos is. I got a book out, Condensed Chaos, Phil Hines. It's chaos, he says, in the flesh. Now, I'm saying this because when you go and get the book, in the back of the book, the author has a note. He said, although some of the characters in this book is fictional, he said, I want to point to a group of things that is true. And when the guy in the movie is talking about all this stuff that disappeared, the disappearance of all these particular groups of people around the world, the guy in the book, Dean Koontz, said that shit was true. The documentation. Now, he talks about chaos in the flesh. This is what happens. This is what happens. They get to the place. They got a white girl in a white suit. You know, the ones that come in a little suit and the mask. Clean it up. And they had several people in the suit. They had a white girl in the suit that first gets killed. And a Chinese guy gets killed. Now this is very key when you check the movie out. When they get killed, this black substance breaks out their particular mask. And literally kills them immediately. They get killed. It breaks out the mask and kill them. The same black guy that was asking, what is it? This is what happened. First of all, Timothy Flight tells him that there's chaos in the flesh. Tells the black guy that. This thing comes from up under the ground when it's time to kill him, or so quote unquote, or does it? Or does he get transformed? And it comes up into his white suit, the suit that they got on. It don't break out his glass. His glass part of the helmet fills up with this black liquid. Then comes back down. And this is what he says. You gotta look at it. He says, study my skin. Write the gospel, but do not leave. It's in the damn movie. Now this is not in the book. Now the book was written in 1982. This is 1998 when the movie comes out. Now, they add this. First of all, the man tells him it's chaos, which is melanin, in the flesh. Tell him that in the car. Same black guy. Then this thing goes and it kills a Chinese person and a white person and they die because they are not the real ones. Right? They're not the real ones. The other ones, when it comes to him, these things come from up under the ground. That means anything coming up under the ground, that means connected with the earth. That's called a chthonic being. So this thing comes from up under the ground, and what happens is, first of all, the melanin fills up like this, like a black oil. Then it comes down, and he's a new entity at the time. That means he's transformed into the Christ. Then he says, you gotta rewind that bit. I bought that motherfucker. He said, study my skin. Write the gospel, but do not leave. Then they go and get some of this black substance and put the shit on the computer. And the shit starts talking. Then you gotta go and you gotta get the book. Because the book has a whole 7 or 8 pages of an extended conversation of this thing talking. And this thing is talking and this white girl is trying to ask him, and he keep calling her, you old bitch. He keep calling this white girl, you bitch, you bitch, you bitch. And he said, I want to talk to this guy. And he's talking to him, and they said, well, what do you want? He said, for you to die. Well, he said, they kept asking him all this kind of stuff, and he kept saying, no, you got to die, you got to go. And it's an extended conversation that's going on.
The time is up.
Time is up.
Time is up.
And then this guy starts trying to explain what this thing is. And they go into Satan, Lucifer, and they talk about this entity called Proteus. It's in the Greek mythology, which is a form of this particular entity. But anyway, in the book, they mention this. After this thing has this long conversation, in the doggone book, they mention what this thing is, and they talk about this stuff is a form of hydrocarbon. Now, first of all, hydro means water, okay? I was talking about yesterday that the water has separated from the melanin. You got to drink a lot of water. Now you go and get Carol Barnes' book and look down the breakdown of melanin in Carol Barnes' book, and you will see one of the breakdowns is called hydrocarbon. It's right in the actual movie.
So what this movie sounds like it was about, it was a manifestation of the powers of melanin.
In so many words,
Yeah.
this thing was the ultimate melanin movie.
Yes.
And even when they didn't even, see, this is another movie, they didn't kill it. It just went back up under the ground. They delayed it.
Yeah.
And then what's his name turns to them and says, oh, you thought it was coming from outer space. It's going to replace man, but it's coming deep from in the bowels of our own earth.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is also talking about the dimension, the subterranean world, and also the deepest part of the subconscious.
That's where the main is in the earth.
You
And
see,
again, in your visions, that's where you travel. You don't, what they call go to space.
Right.
You travel into
Inner space,
all
which
of
we're gonna
the
get into
darkness.
tonight.
That's where
Which
you
we're gonna
go.
get into tonight, because I proved something also about the Christ is in the Robert Graves, the Greek myths. But his book is real scholarly, but if you look for it, it's right in there. We'll get into that in a few minutes.
Who is it?
Robert Graves' Greek myths. But the movie Phantoms, gotta go back and study, but you get the movie and the book. The book has a lot of stuff up in it.
Coombs, you said?
Dean Coombs, as well as go by the book, the book, the Relic book. A lot of other stuff up in there. Now also, I want to deal with this right now while it's still on the mind, that there's a report that 75,000 Africans is killed by AIDS. A month, not a year, a month. Killed by AIDS a month. That's just in one program. 75,000 Africans killed by AIDS a month. That's just in one program. And the reason why I also want to say it, because I don't know if I was here the last time. I don't know if I was the last. That was in September, right? But I think I went to Trenton. I don't know if I was here when I told you I went to Trenton, and I met two sisters, a guy and this girl that study all my videos, and they said that they had asked this sister from Kenya, did she know anything about this city that was built in Africa? That I told you all I saw this city that they built in the middle of Africa, and the sister said, it's interesting you say that. She said, because with us there's a part in what's the name that we can't go. In Kenya we can only go to a certain point.
Damn.
And there's a part that we can't go, but we keep seeing hundreds of airplanes going in there daily.
I think that's in almost every African country where Africans, and also in the Caribbean, like up in the hills. Yeah, these people that live like, particularly Jamaica, Antigua, there's a certain area that they cannot go to. And
Well,
they have military there with high-powered weaponry.
It's probably that way all over the globe. Now, for the people that didn't see it, because it's bearing witness to the I told you how they're getting the actual people out of the actual projects, and they're putting a new memory. So before we leave, Brother Boss, you think you'll be able to do it? The movie. I got the movie here. If you haven't rented it, we got copies of it. The movie Duplicates, which they're doing the same thing. Which they're doing the same thing, huh?
The Duplicate?
Duplicates is the name of the movie. Now, going back to somebody asked me this yesterday. Just rehashing some things that went down recently. There's a brother from New York that's an herbologist. And he's living down in Atlanta now. And he used to hang out with Dr. Johnny Moore. And with Dr. Johnny Moore. And anyway, And he was talking to me, and he was saying, well, you know, Johnny Moore, right the day before he died, he had these crackers come into his house. And these crackers came to his house and gave him a shot. You know, for whatever the deal was, but he might have been, they probably done got to him and he was on his deathbed and he just let them do something. But anyway, they took him on out. But I was talking to him and basically he was telling me what the deal was. I told him, I said, you know, I had a real bad toothache back in the spring of the year. But yet, the tooth, it wasn't coming from cold air. You know how your cold air get on the nerve? It wasn't coming from that. It was up in the gum somewhere. And the brother was like, well, I was telling him about it, and he looked at me, because he's a little psychic, and he said, well, what happened was this, because, you know, I was on my hiatus for a while on the vegetarian ship. He said, he said, what you did is you ate some beef. And he said, the cow that you ate the beef from had an abscess. And when you ate it, you got the abscess. And I knew what he was talking about because he had it right on the head. Now, this is what he said. So, immediately he must was reading my mind, because I'm thinking of this damn beef that I got from A&P, and it was real pretty and red. And he said, you see, all old meat from the white community, when it gets old, they go and they put that bleach on it, and they clean that damn grease, that grits they call it, and they get it so it don't smell. Then they put that red dye number 2 on it and color it red and pretty, and they ship that shit back to the black community.
And hide the worms. Dye hides the worms.
Yeah. And so I was wondering, because I kept asking Ginger, I said, Ginger, what is going on here? I said, they got a tray with 6 steaks for $3. I thought that's the steak the white man chop shit. I mean, pretty lean meat, no fat nowhere. For $3, I was like, what the hell, $4? 7 steaks, $5.99. All that shit is old. Now, you see, all that shit is old now, and they ship it in the black community. So, other week ago, I'm hard here sometimes. I just do shit just to try that. I was walking down the street and I was hungry and I had to wait on Ginger to get off work, because I come and get her from work, and she come down like 10 or 15 minutes later. I was a little early, about an hour earlier. So I said, I gotta wait on her, and I passed by this McDonald's and they had this spicy chicken sandwich. 99 cents. Now goddamn, you go to Chick-fil-A and get a fucking little small Chick-fil-A, that shit down there costs you $4. They had a spicy chicken sandwich, 99 cents. I go in and buy one of these motherfuckers and eat it. 30 minutes later, no, 25 minutes later, my throat is hurt. What the fuck going on? And I didn't tell Ginger. I said, my throat hurt. I said, my throat hurt too. I said, I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. Spirit was like, man, you know you. That shit you ate. You shouldn't have. You do it. And I went and got some, so I had to go get some vitamin C Halls thing. And then after I got it, my throat immediately stopped. But I'm like, what kind of shit is this in this thing that will make my damn throat hurt 25 minutes? But then again, on the other hand, wait a minute. Something's going on here when damn Chick-fil-A got a look. Chick-fil-A got the smallest chicken in the world. And that shit be $3. They give you some mayo and a pickle. That shit be $3 damn. Now here these people gonna give me a damn spicy chicken sandwich with lettuce. And a whole chicken and shit for 99 cents. I said, what kind of shit is this shit here? You see.
And
what kind of
shit spicy because it is old, so you want to.
Exactly. You see. I said, what kind of shit is this? Now, if it was even chicken and shit, like I said, it could have been Johnny. But very key. I found the word. It's interesting. Now, let me see if I got it in here. Interesting. This summer I was in New York. I want to show you something. Without the shadow of the doubt, I was in New York, this summer. And every time something, you know, and sometimes I get hard here. I want to show you this. I kind of got a little mad because they were selling this book, but I figured the book was too small looking for the price. Yeah, here it is. I got it. Let me see. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, I kind of figured that the book was too small for the price. But then again, on the other hand, anytime something costs a lot of money, it's just like anything else. Buy this shit. So this little book here was $17. I thought it was a little too small. It's called The Golden Fleece and Alchemy. The Golden Fleece and Alchemy. And I was up at, what's the name of this place? It's East West Bookstore. We went there, didn't we? East West Books up in New York.
Who was it by, Bobby?
Antone, no, Antoine. Well, Antone, Faivre. Faivre. What's that?
Is it French?
Yeah, Faivre or whatever. And it's called The Golden Fleece and Alchemy. Now, we know that the Golden Fleece story is the slave ship. We know that the Golden Fleece story is the Ark of the Covenant. No, excuse me, Noah's Ark. We know it's a lot of things. Do you know that the Golden Fleece story was written by a guy by the name of Apollonius? Apollonius. Anyway, Apollonius was, I didn't know this, but Apollonius was the director of the damn Library of Alexandria. So this man literally took this script,
John or Paul of Apollonia.
yeah,
Yes.
and took this script and plagiarized it.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Hypatia, the black philosopher, who taught Apollonius.
And they killed her.
And they killed her.
They killed her. They killed her. Get the book Gods, Angels, and Demons of the New Millennium. Because the guy got a whole section up in there on Hypatia.
Is that Lion Milo?
Lion Milo Duquette.
Oh, I got that.
He got a whole section in there. He go through the whole story.
Yeah, Kingsley did the first book on it, but he
Yeah.
tried to project her as being Greek.
Yeah, he did the story about her, and they showed how they hate eating gouged out of fucking eyeballs, the goddamn Christians.
Yeah.
Saint Cyril.
Yeah.
I think it was Saint Cyril. They
So
cut
this-
her to
yeah.
pieces.
So this shit here,
What was the name of the book?
Gods, Angels, and Demons of the New Millennium. A whole chapter on demons are your friend. You got that? It's got a whole chapter called Demons Are Your Friend.
And this is this is
Lon Milo Duquette.
Duquette, D-U-C-E-T?
D-I-Q-U-E-T-T.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, this guy is doing the introduction is the guy Jocelyn Goodwin. Jocelyn Goodwin wrote a book called Arctos. Did you get that? Arctos.
Yeah.
The polar myth. Anyway, he does the introduction. Now, I'm going to show you something. And I ain't tooting my horn, but I fall up under this damn thing. I want to show you something on what they're saying in here. He writes some things, but in this particular book, the author goes on to say that if you take the word Jason, the word Jason starts rising in the summer solstice. Jason, J-A-S-O-N, July, August, September, October, November. That's a damn cycle. Now, go back and do your homework of when this shit went down. It did. this shit went down with the whole impeachment process, with him admitting that he fucked the girl, culminating on in to the winter solstice, where they did the impeachment right before Christmas. You see what I'm saying? And you will find out it'll line up. There's a certain cycle. January, July, August, September, October, November. Although he admitted to it in August, it still starts the whole dog star shit starts at its meridian in July. But I was saying, I said, wait a minute, these people are pushing to get this. Remember now what I'm trying to say, because this is from last night. Remember now, these people didn't go home for 2 weekends. For 2 weekends, on Saturdays, these motherfuckers met in a row so that they could get, it's like they, what's the big deal? Why can't y'all come back Monday? We got all year for this shit. But no, they had to get it done based on a certain cycle and a certain,
And the energy.
what you call it?
Cycle.
Certain energy. So they had to meet on one Saturday, they had to come back and impeach him on the next Saturday. But this Jason thing in this book here, January, October, November, no, July, August, September, October, and November is the same cycle. Although they impeached him in December, the cycle, the Sagittarius, carries over. You see what I'm saying? That's what the key is. That's what the key is in this particular part. Now, it's interesting because I was wondering, this book cost $17, and then I saw something which is probably one of the greatest things to see in this particular book, because this guy goes through the whole thing. Now, this is the deal now. Listen to this. You know that I told you about this story on how they took all the great energies of the ancient world and they put them in a boat and they traveled to the ends of the earth to find the golden fleece, which is called the woolen fleece. Now, in alchemy, the golden fleece is nothing but the alchemical process of melanin. Okay? Now, in this man's book on alchemy and the golden fleece, in so many words, his conclusion comes down to one word. And I'm going to get you, it comes down to one word in this particular thing. His conclusion comes down to one word. I'm just trying to get a good page. It's all through the back of the book. It's all through the back of the book. His thing's on perspectives of what this thing is, starting on page 59 in the book. He gives the word CHROYSOMALLOS. CHROYSOMALLOS. Chrysomalos or Chrysomelos, which is talking about melanin. Then he goes on and bears witness that the word melos, it also means, number one, it means black. That's in your book. The Nexus magazine, for the people that didn't get the article, the Nexus magazine article, they talk about melos meaning black. Okay? Right? In here, and in Robert Gray's book, Greek Myths and Hebrew Myths. Get your hands on Hebrew Myths. If it's still in print, get a hold of that book. The Greek word for melos means black. It also means apple, which you cut an apple and it has what? Melanin in it. That's what makes it turn brown. And what's the name say? Don't eat the apple. God said don't eat the apple or the tree, which is melanin. It's breaking it down. It's more evident. So it means black. It means apple. And it also means sleep. The word melon means apple, and it also means sleep. You see, it also means sleep. And finally, it is also means Prometheus blood. Now Prometheus, as you know, you get your pacts with the devil, is your first Lucifer story. You get the pacts with the devil. But if you want to get a much more sophisticated one, get a book called Fire and Ice. You might have saw it. It's a green book. It's called Fire and Ice by the guy Stephen Eldred Flowers. He wrote the book Hermetic Magic. Get Hermetic Magic. But he got a book called Fire and Ice by Stephen Eldred Flowers. And in there he got a whole section called the Luciferian Principle, which he goes into deeper stuff based on Prometheus being Lucifer. But this is more documentation because the word melos means Prometheus blood, which means melanin. Prometheus is Lucifer, it also means melanin. Lucifer means what? It's the pineal gland, light bringer. The blood of Lucifer is the melanin of the pineal gland. You see? So this guy, in so many words in this particular book, coming from the State University of New York, Sunny Press, State University of New York Press, in this particular book, he bearing witness that the golden priest and all other stuff I told you before, he's bearing witness, but he goes in and he used the word Chrysomelos, which means Christos. And what is in this word is what this shit is documenting is this. They talk about this blood, this anointing, the blood of Christ, so they talk about the oil. And they say Christos, which means Greek for anointed. They don't tell you that Christos or Christ, Christo, the word Christ is, there's another ancient Greek word that they don't use. There's Christ, there's Christos, and there's this other great ancient Greek word called Chrysomelos. It's like a motherfucker cutting some shit off. One of the names for Christ is Chrysomelos, but they don't use that shit because if they use that, it means melanin. So what we're doing here, we're dealing with here today, we already know this, but it's always great to find the scholarship. They got an ancient damn word called Chrysomelos, which is short for Christ. I mean, no, which is the long version for Christ. Christ is short for Chrysomelos, but they never use that. That means we got a word of melanin that's lost to history because the cracker is hiding it.
But the Rosicrucian doctrines use it.
That's what
The
you're doing. Now
Rosicrucians
you are on what you're talking about because the next thing, now it's interesting you said that.
Rosicrucians use
It's interesting you said that. Now you were on what you're talking about because my next thing was, it was an ancient Rosicrucian word. The Rosicrucians was the people that, they literally are the ones who kept the word within their order. It was an ancient word.
Right.
But the Rosicrucians are the ones that preserved the word, and it's an ancient Rosicrucian word because I saw it in the Rosicrucian doctrine.
Right.
He even goes as far as saying in here that it's the Rosicrucian word, which means that the Rosicrucian, the Rosy Cross, that this particular word, the Rosy Cross, that in fact, that the Rosicrucians use this shit, but nobody else, they're the ones that preserved it. But my point is, you don't see it in none of the Greek stuff that they have translated. They literally purposely keep this shit out. Because now he says, but see, even here, this is funny how these white boy does stuff here. Now, on one thing, he gives the word again, hold on Perspectives 59, Perspectives, he starts off with the word Chrysomelos. But it's interesting how the white boy would play on words. Now this white boy here, let me just go ahead and read something, look. But look, check this out. Let me read this first to give you something on it. Association with the sun and the fire, he acts as the Mount of Agni who created Hindus, the god of Hindus, or the god of the Hindus. While in Egypt, Amun-Ra, hidden god, or sun god wears the horns of this animal. In association with the cult of Osiris, for which is exalted in the zodiacal sign, the sun feels night has been, the sun feels night has been overcome. And once night is overcome, Chrysomalus is born, you see, from the condensation of a nebula is the brother of the Lamb of Revelation.
Because the melanin flows at night.
It flows at night. And Jacob wrestled with the angel all night.
That's right.
And in the morning when day broke, he saw what? Pineal, the face of God. Well, in here they say, the Osiris wrestles with the angel of death, because he is the angel of death, all night. And when night is overcome, bam, the next word is Chrysomalos, or Chrysomalos. Now, this cracker double talking, because 1,
Takes the flow
two,
of melanin to secrete to become
3,
Christ.
right, 4 pages in the same article, the shit, Melos, comes Melon, M-A-L-L-O-S, and the reason why I know this, you get the article from Nexus Magazine. For those people, you need to download that. You want to get the www.com number, get it and take it back and download all 3 articles of the Divine Fire. What's it called? Starfire. Now, hold on 1 minute. We can bear witness to this thing. Right now, I'm going to put this shit on camera. Y'all bear with me what I'm talking about here. You see, because I knew better than this shit. But I want to bear witness, because see, when you building a case of investigation, you have to take shit and you have to take it because they spread it all out. Crack are good for that. Now look at this word. The Greek word in the books, in the Nexus magazine last month, but we got it on the internet, Starfire, the Goal of the Gods by Sir Lawrence Gardner. This was a continuation of the stuff in this particular book. It tells you, look, the Greek word melos, meaning black, and tosos, meaning labor. Now, wait a minute. And he talks about melatonin, the essence of melatonin, which the night means worker. The Greek word means melos. Now, in this perspective, he gives you the word M-E-L-L, no, hold on. He gives you the word M-E-L-O-S. This cracker in the book says C-H-R-Y-S-O-M-A-L-L-O-S. M-A-L-L. He took the E and made it an A. Same shit. It's a play on words. But you can get the word melos, you get the Robert Graves' Greek myth, it's in there, and he says it means apple. So in here, he says melos mean apple. In here, he says melon. It's the same word. It means apple, it means sleep, and it means Prometheus blood. You see. So what I'm trying to say here is, the Rosicrucians preserved it. You're right. The Christianity and all that, they see this word, but they always delete the shit. Because if you get that word, you know the shit means melanin. And number 1, that takes it away from some motherfucker running around in some sheep 2,000 years ago telling you to follow him. Number 2, that takes it from some crackers talking about Christ and all that shit in the blood of Christ, all that. It's talking about the Christ race. But the shit here is, this little book cost $17 for this little book with about
A wealth of information.
140 pages, but my point is, and half of the pages in the back is pictures. My point here is, that's the way they do it, and they put the high price tag on it, because they know niggas ain't gonna buy it. They even got me this summer. I went back and snatched it back up, because I said, I know better than that. Now, it's interesting, because I was in the bookstore, and I found this Henry Corbin book called Avantia or something like that. 2 weeks ago. So I found this book. Looking in the book, I said, how much is this book? He looked it up on the computer. He said, this thing is out of print since 1990 now. It just went out of print a couple of months ago. Avanta or something like Avantia or something like that. It's a black looking book. I said, well, how much is it? He said, this book is $120 paperback
That's the one I was
out of print.
Yeah, that's the one
A book that cost $19 in print a couple of months ago. When it went out of print, he said, you don't understand. He said, these people are looking for this thing, and it's $150. $120 to $150. The girl said 150. He came in and he put 120 on the price, cut it down $25 or $30. Then he said, I'll sell it to you for 25 because he knew I come in there all the time. And I think the spirit must have told him, look, you know, you ain't gonna get no money for this shit.
Yeah.
I was like, how much you sell it? He said, well, I'll sell it to you for 25. I was like, shit, hell yeah. And my point is, it's got a wealth of information and it's got some stuff up in it that I'm gonna deal with also when we go on into the theology of hate in a few minutes.
All right. I'm at the end of a tape.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me change the rule.
Okay, yeah, let's change it. We keep on going. What?
Which one?